Hi guys, Al Smith here. In this video, I'm give you an overview or roadmap of the beginner course. This is actually the first roadmap in a series of roadmaps that comprise the Bridge Atlas that we created for learning Bridge. Let's get started. First, let's make a couple of points. Learning Bridge is a challenge. Bridge is not a game that you're going to be able to master in a day, a week, or even a lifetime. Okay, that's one of the great things about Bridge. It's a continuous learning exercise. That's one of the things that makes the game so fun and challenging. The course uses a building block approach so that each lesson builds upon the prior lesson. And I'll go through the structure of the course in a minute. And each lesson also has a section related to a declare play technique. Now, there are really two parts to the game. One where you compete with the opponents to win the contract. Who gets to name the contract? Okay, whether it's one spade, three no trump, seven no trump, whatever. Whoever bids the highest becomes the winner of the contract. Now that you've won the contract or set the contract, the question is, can you take the requisite number of tricks to make the contract? So declare play is really important because what's the use of bidding the right bid if you can't play the cards correctly? So let's look at the overview of the roadmap for the beginner course. In the first lesson, we discussed what we call the basic building blocks of the game, what the composition of the deck is. It has 52 cards. It has 4 suits. How do the cards relate to one another? How do you count points and so forth? So it gives you the basic tenets of that you're going to need in order to understand the bidding. In the second lesson, we talk about the requirements to make an opening bid. And the opening bid is going to be 1 club, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, or 1 no trump. And it's important to understand how many points are required, how many cards that you're promising in a suit. And if you've got multiple suits, how do you pick the correct one to bid? In the third hand, we talk about how to respond if your partner opens 1 no trump, and then the subsequent bids back and forth between the partners to determine what level they want to play at and whether they want to play in a suit contract or a no trump contract. So this gives you your first real view of an entire segment of the bidding system. In the fourth one, we talk about how to respond if your partner opens a major suit, 1 heart or 1 spade. Now, as you're going to discover through the course, the bidding system is structured to emphasize finding a fit. A fit is defined as having 8+ cards in a suit in one of the major suits, hearts or spades. About 60 to 70% of the entire bidding system is focused on this as the first priority. The second priority is finding whether you have a viable contract in no trump. And lastly, it's whether you should have the contract should be in a minor suit, clubs or diamonds. And you'll learn why the bidding system is structured in this particular manner. In the fifth lesson, we're going to go through and discuss the bidding, the bids back and forth that should occur if your partner opens in one of the minor clubs or diamonds. And in the sixth, we're going to look at more opportunities given the above to find a major suit fit. So you really see in lessons 4, 5, and 6, these all really focus on finding a major suit fit. Okay, and that is the first priority of the bidding system. And finally, if we can't find a major suit fit, we discuss how to explore determine whether you can play the contract in no trump, or if that's not successful, lastly, to play the contract in a minor suit, clubs or diamonds. So this really is a very comprehensive discussion of the non-competitive bidding. Competitive bidding is when the opponents start bidding. That's another subject for another day. Okay, in association with the bidding component of the course, we also have a component in each one of the lessons that discusses declare play. The first thing is how to make a declare plan. There's an old saying, if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. So you have to have a declare plan to talk about how to do this. Then we're going to talk in each one of the lessons about a particular technique, okay, that can be used to help you develop tricks so you can make the contract. The first one is called promotion. This is the process of knocking out the higher cards, making the cards that you have winners. In lesson 4, we talked about developing tricks through length. I'm not going to try to define what these are, only to let you know that these are the techniques that are included within the lesson. In lesson 5, we talk about the finesse, really important technique. In lesson 6, we talk about how to use your trumps, how to develop tricks or take tricks by roughing or trumping. And in the last lesson, we talked about how to throw away losers on winners, okay, creating the opportunity to use the previously defined techniques more frequently. That's the structure of the non-competitive bidding course, okay, and it'll give you a really good overview of how to communicate back and forth between you and your partner in the bidding process when the opponents aren't bidding. If the opponents start competing by making their own bids, that's a discussion for that's called competitive bidding, and there are lessons available on those topics at our website. Okay, if you ever have any questions, send me an email at se.carolina.bridge. This is our YouTube channel, and you can find our website. This is our website address. You can do a Google search to find the website or the YouTube channel. I hope you have a great day.